again welcome into the 12th science chemistry class. From last few lecture we are learning the chapter number 10, that is the halogen derivatives. In that chapter we learn up to what, that is the definition of halogen derivative, then the classification of halogen derivative, then the nomenclature of halogen derivative. Now from the last lecture we are learning the methods of preparation of halogen derivatives. Now the first method, which is the very important method, that is the from alcohols we are learning, and into that first method there are the sub methods. Now from alcohol we have to prepare the alkyl halides, but in the first sub method what was there? There was the by using alcohol and what? Halogen halides, that is the halo acids such as HX. Into that we learn the action with HCl and alcohol, the action of alcohol and HI, the action of alcohol and HBr, and into all these alkyl bromide, alkyl chloride or alkyl iodide we obtain, which changes the conditions. You know that in case of we have to prepare suppose alkyl chlorides, then what will be the condition? Anhydrous zinc chloride will be there and alcohol reacts with the HCl. Now in case of bromide, what will be the conditions will there? That is the action of NaBr plus H2SO4. Then we obtain the alkyl bromides when we react alcohol and HBr. And in case of iodide, what will be the condition? In case of iodide, there is the action of NaI plus phosphoric acid H3PO4, and from that there is the preparation of NaI. There is the preparation of HI, and when HI reacts with the alcohol, there is the formation of alkyl iodide. This all we learned in the last lecture. Now in this today we are also seeing the same first method, that is the from alcohol, but the sub method into that is by using phosphorus halide now, not hydrogen halide. In the first method we use the hydrogen halide for the preparation of alkyl halide. Now here we are using this is very IMP method, always ask into the examination. Now pay attention very clearly. Now see here, by using the phosphorus halide, which are the phosphorus halide? There are two types of phosphorus halide. First one is the phosphorus trihalide and second one is the phosphorus pentahalide. Now in phosphorus trihalide, which phosphorus trihalides are there? Now there are the three phosphorus trihalides. Phosphorus trichloride, phosphorus tribromide and phosphorus triiodide. Now these three are the phosphorus halides. Very important. Now these phosphorus halides are not directly there into the bottles. They we have to prepare first. Now that reaction is not given for you in the test, but in the last year there will be the reaction to prepare the phosphorus trihalide. How that form? Let us see here. When 2 moles of phosphorus reacts with the 3 moles of any halogen, suppose take the bromine here, Br2. We know that we always write the bromine as Br2, chlorine as Cl2, iodine as I2. When these two reacts, this is the red phosphorus. And you can write down this reaction also into the, that is the square bracket for your knowledge how the phosphorus trihalides are prepared. Now when these, you can take here I2 also same, that is the chlorine also, there is the formation of phosphorus trihalide. Now as there are the 2 moles of phosphorus, but one phosphorus atom requires 3 halogen atoms, PBr3, because it is the phosphorus tribromide. Now only balance, see here, 2 phosphorus are there and 3 multiplied by 2, 6. Here also 3 multiplied by 2, 6. That is the balance. Now in this way this phosphorus trihalide, all these are prepared. That will always given into the last syllabus. In the text this reaction, all the 3 reactions are given for iodine, for chlorine, same reaction. But in this year it is not not given, but this is very important to understand you how these trihalides are prepared. And phosphorus pentahalides means there are the 5 molecules of the halogen, but here we have to use only the phosphorus pentachloride and not the phosphorus pentabromide or iodide. So we will see later on the reactions using the phosphorus pentachloride. And one important again reagent, that is the thionyl chloride, and the formula of thionyl chloride is SOCl2. Sulfur, oxygen and chlorine are there, but the name of this is the thionyl chloride. This is also very important reagent to obtain the alkyl chlorides. Remember student, we are learning here the methods of preparation of alkyl halides. Now these two reagents, that is the phosphorus pentachloride and thionyl chloride, give only the alkyl chlorides. And if we use this phosphorus tribromide and phosphorus triiodide, they give the corresponding bromide, alkyl bromides and alkyl iodide, and also the phosphorus trichloride also give the alkyl chloride. Now let us learn the actual reaction, but first see the general reaction into that. Now see, alkyl halide can be prepared by using alcohol and phosphorus halides as follows. Now the first general reaction, now this is the formula of alcohol, ROH, always write down the general reaction so that you have to conveniently write the examples there. Now this is the alcohol, but always take, that is very important point, when you are reacting the phosphorus trihalides, any phosphorus trihalide, always take the 3 moles of alcohol, not 1 mole. And for thionyl chloride and phosphorus pentachloride, we take only 1 mole of alcohol. Now remember, here is the 3. Now only replace this 3 OH, that is the hydroxyl group, by the 3 halogen, because here are the 3 halogens. And what will be remaining then? What will be remain? These 3 OH will be there and this P will be there. Now what will the byproduct then? Now here what this means, 3 oxygen and 3 hydrogen. Here is the phosphorus acid is formed, and the formula of phosphorus acid is H3PO3. Now see how it is balanced. Now see, phosphorus 1 is there and 3 oxygen and 3 hydrogen. You can write this also in this way, P in bracket OH thrice. But student, this is the acid, there is no OH grouping, so this is more correct. But if you have convenient to write down POH3 as the byproduct, that is also not wrong, but give the name as phosphorus acid to that. Now see, this is the general reaction, very important. Always use 3 molecules of alcohol plus any phosphorus trihalide give the, again here 3 molecules of alkyl halide, because there are the 3 R and 3 X, so it becomes 3 RX. That is the, we obtain the maximum yield here, 3 moles. And again this byproduct H3PO3, the name is phosphorus acid and not phosphoric acid. The formula of phosphoric acid is H3PO4, but here H3PO3, so they give the name as phosphorus acid. Now see here the first particular example, which is not given in the text, but always they ask us the particular example. You can take any alcohol here. I take here the ethanol or ethyl alcohol. Now this is the formula of ethanol, CH3CH2OH. I told you that here must be 3 molecules must be used for the alcohol. And this is, I take here which phosphorus trihalide? Phosphorus tribromide. Definitely there is the formation of, that is the ethyl bromide. Only replace this 3 OH by this 3 Br. All the Br comes here because here is the 3, there means 3 Brs are there. Now what will be remaining? This phosphorus and this 3 OH. Now it becomes H3PO3. HAr3, OR3 and P is only 1. Now this is the phosphorus acid and this is the ethyl bromide or bromoethane. You also give the IUPAC name in the bracket, and this is the ethanol. Now a second example is similar into that. Second example is a similar into that. Here we take only the phosphorus trichloride in place of phosphorus, that is bromide. Now here only I change the phosphorus trichloride here. Here is the same. Only these 3 OH groups are replaced by these 3 chlorines, and here are the chlorine is there. Do not write here Cl3. Here Cl3 do not write. The 3 is already here. That means 3 chlorines are adjust there. Now this 3 OH and this 1 P that forms here also H3PO3, that is the phosphorus acid. Give the name here also. This is ethyl chloride or chloroethane, and that is ethanol or ethyl alcohol. Now let us learn the third, that is the reaction or example. Into that we used here phosphorus triiodide. Phosphorus triiodide. Now here is same. Only replace this 3 OH group. 3 is a here. Always take the 3 molecules of alcohol. Remember that. That is very important. And this 3 OH replaced by 3 I. There is the formation of ethyl iodide. And again the 3 OH and P form the H3PO3. Give the name as the phosphorus acid. Now only 2 examples of this topic are remaining, and that are from the phosphorus pentachloride and of the thionyl chloride. Now student, remember that when you have to form the alkyl chlorides by using this reagent, they take only one molecule of the alcohol and not the 3 molecule. Let us balance this reaction. Now here 5 chlorine are there. Now we require only 1 chlorine to replace this OH. Now here is CH3CH2Cl, ethyl chloride is obtained. Now what are remaining now? What are remaining? This OH group, again P and Cl4. Only these remaining. Now the HCl is formed by using the 1 hydrogen, and out of 4, 1 chlorine, there is formation of HCl, which is always in the gaseous form. So write down the arrow pointing upside. Now what are now remaining? The phosphorus, 1 oxygen and 3 chlorine. So there is the formation of POCl, phosphorus oxychloride. Always give the name as phosphorus oxychloride. Now this phosphorus oxychloride, that is the HCl, and ethyl chloride of chloroethane is obtained by using the phosphorus pentachloride. Now the most commercially financial method to obtain the alkyl chlorides, which is very important, always asked into the examination, which is the commercial method. Commercial means financially it is very, that is not costly method. It is very expensive method financially. Very less amount of money and energy required to prepare the alkyl chlorides by using thionyl chloride. Now this is the thionyl chloride, and this is very important method. Now why it is important? Let us learn. Now this CH3CH2OH, here also take the only 1 molecule. This OH is replaced by 1 of the chlorine only. Now what will be remaining? Remaining are OH, which are get replaced. This S, this O, and 1 of the chlorine there. Now this forms the HCl as the byproduct. It is also gaseous form. It goes into the atmosphere. And again there is the SO2 gas, that is the sulfur dioxide gas. It also goes into the atmosphere. That means there is no requirement of separation, because the byproducts are gaseous, they are not liquid. So the energy and money here saved, and directly we obtain, that is our yield, that is the ethyl chloride. So there is no requirement of separation of the byproduct and main product. So this is the very commercial method. That means it is very expensive method financially, and so for preparation of alkyl chlorides only, always the reagent thionyl chloride is used. Now these are the 5 reactions which are very important to learn, which is the main method from the alcohol, and into that sub method by using alcohol and phosphorus halide and thionyl chloride. Now let us learn the next, that is the sub method of the first method of preparation of alkyl halides. You can take the screenshot, student, because these reactions are not there in the text, and write down your notes in a beautiful handwriting. Yes. Now let us learn the next method. Now see again students, we are learning very important reaction which we already learned into the 11th science. That is the addition of hydrogen halide into the alkene. We learned the alkene chapter into that. And there are the chemical reactions in case of alkene. We learned this topic. That is the addition of hydrogen halide. Now we know that if there are the symmetrical alkene, then no problem on which carbon the negative part, halide part get added and on which carbon the hydrogen get added. But if we use the unsymmetrical alkene, that of the propene, then we know the Markovnikov rule. We learned that in the 11th science. What is the Markovnikov rule? In Markovnikov rule, the negative part always goes to that carbon which have less number of hydrogen. So let us learn again. These reactions are also not given in the text of the 12th science because these we already learned in the 11th science. So you must practice this topic from the 11th science textbook. But here I write down on the blackboard that reactions. But these reactions are always asked into the HSC board examination, though they are not given our 12th textbook. But these are given clearly into the 11th textbook. And at that time I told you that when I teach or when I will be teaching it, you must give the answer. But no student can answer my question, what is the Markovnikov rule and how there is the addition of hydrogen halides into that unsymmetrical alkenes. Now let us learn here, see on the blackboard. Now this is also the method of preparation of alkyl halide. We are learning the methods of preparation of alkyl halide. Now into that, this is the second method now. In the first method from alcohol, there are those two sub methods. Now this is main second method from the hydrocarbons. Now you know the hydrocarbons. Which are the hydrocarbons? Alkane, alkene, alkyne, and aromatic compound. These are the hydrocarbons. But in this method, we are not preparing the alkyl halides by using alkane because that is not very convenient method by using alkane. But by using alkene, we can easily form the alkyl halides. So addition of hydrogen halide, HX means any hydrogen halide, HCl, HBr, HI. Now you can take here HCl also or HBr also, HI also into the example. And to the alkene means we know that there is the carbon-carbon double bond. Now this is the ethene. Very simple. First alkene, that is the ethene. Now in alkene, the carbon, the number of carbon atoms just double, you obtain the number of hydrogen atoms. So this is the C2H4, that is the ethene, CH2 double bond CH2, we write this always in this way. Now this is the HBr. Now here, as it is the symmetrical alkene, that means when we draw the symmetrical axis, the two parts are equal. So it is the symmetrical alkene. So in that case, this bromine may be added into this carbon or this carbon, one and same product will be obtained. Now I add this H into the first carbon and Br into the second. So there is the formation of CH3 CH2 Br. You very well know the mechanism in 11th standard. I told you in this way. This bromine attack here. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 bonds will be becomes. So this bond must be shift on this carbon and there is the negative charge due to that bond and this H plus attached to this and that becomes CH3. Now this is the mechanism and here is the formation of bromoethane. Do you understand this? How the bromoethane is obtained by using such mechanism. Now for the unsymmetrical alkene, what is there? If we draw the symmetrical axis from this double bond, two parts are not equal. That means this is the unsymmetrical. In Marathi, it is called as the, what is unsymmetrical? Symmetrical means, that is symmetry. In Marathi it is called as, I think, symmetry, that means aksha, samamiti aksha. Such type of word are there. If we, this is the symmetrical axis means samamiti aksha and there are the no two same parts. So in such case there is the Markovnikov's rule. Remember that. Now always this bromine, that is the negative part of this unsymmetrical reagent. Why it is also unsymmetrical? Because if it is Br2, it is symmetrical, but here one H and one Br. So it is also unsymmetrical reagent and it is also unsymmetrical alkene. So this Br goes to such carbon. Now this Br added on this carbon. Always you think about the two carbon which are bonded by the double bond. This is no matter there. This is totally separate. We have to add only the HBr into these two carbon atoms. So here bromine goes to such carbon which contain less hydrogen. Here are the two hydrogen, here is the one. So bromine always goes to such carbon which have the less number of hydrogen. And at the same time what happens? This double bond should come this carbon because 5 bonds will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and this bromine 5. That is not correct. So one bond must be shifted. Here is the negative charge. And to that C minus, this hydrogen get added and here becomes CS3. So what is the product? Such type of product. See here. That CS3 as it is. Now this CH, to that CH bromine will get attached. Here is the single bond and CH2 becomes CS3. Now this is the product. This is the isopropyl group. We know that. So generally it is the isopropyl bromide. But on giving the numbering, the IUPAC name is 2-bromopropane. So they always ask into the examination during the addition of HBr into the propene, why the major product is 2-bromopropane. Then you must write down the Markovnikov's rule and this reaction for that. Then and then you will get the 3 marks. Due region is always asked on this topic. Now see here, this is the 80% major product. But there is also formation of 20% minor product. At that time, this is minor. So this bromine goes to the carbon containing more hydrogen and hydrogen goes to the carbon containing less. Now there is the formation of in this way. See here. This CH3 is as it is. This becomes CH2. Here is CH2 as it is and bromine is attached. Now on giving the numbering 1, 2, 3. This is the 1-bromopropane. That is the normal propyl bromide. We know their name 20%. So write down such reaction and write down the Markovnikov's rule. You will get the all full 3 marks. Now by alkyl halides are formed by addition of hydrogen halide into the alkene. But unsymmetrical alkene is used when there is the when there is the unsymmetrical alkene, then the reaction is according to the Markovnikov's rule. Now see on the blackboard, what is that Markovnikov's rule? You must, that is orally you can say this rule with each other in your friends, then you get, that is very easily you can write down into the examination this Markovnikov's rule. Now what is that? When Markovnikov's rule is the scientist, and when an unsymmetrical reagent such as HBr is added to the unsymmetrical alkene such as propene, then the negative part of the HBr, that is Br minus, always goes to that carbon which have less number of hydrogen atom. And that is why therefore, what is the region? Therefore this is the region that 2-bromopropane is the major product and not the 1-bromopropane. Now next topic, which is the part of this topic, is the anti-Markovnikov's rule. It is also called as the peroxide effect or Kharash effect. This also we learn into the 11th standard. Now if we use the peroxide in the same reaction of addition of HBr to the propene, the major product is only the 1-bromopropane, that is the normal propyl bromide, and not the 2-bromopropane. Why? Because here is the peroxide is used. Remember that. So what is the anti-peroxide rule? Sorry, anti-Markovnikov's rule or peroxide effect? If peroxide is used in this reaction of unsymmetrical alkene and HBr, then the bromine goes to that carbon which have the less number of hydrogen, and that is why in the anti-Markovnikov's rule the major product is the normal propyl bromide or 1-bromopropane. They also ask there will be short note on the anti-Markovnikov's rule or peroxide effect. Then you write down this rule and give this reaction. Now this is about student The second method using the hydrocarbon. In the next lecture we will learn the third method of preparation of alkyl halide. But if you understand and if you clearly that is explain this reaction, then you like, subscribe and share this video so that the other students also benefited. Thank you for watching it. Take the screenshot.